Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Alright, for our first stop on Next Island, we have the SSI event that goes on every day, folks, where you can sweat 1,000 sweat, and Big Industries will give you about 2.5 ped per sweat. The event is pretty big on Next Island. A lot of people like to participate. It's really fun. Also, Next Island has dropped a bunch of new content as far as missions. Right there, you can see they got a new pet called Laura, and it's got a really cool buff that you get at level 5. Probably one of the best beginner pets that you're going to find in the game right now. So get on down to Next Island and get some sweat. Guys, another thing I wanted to talk about Next Island is, like, you could find fruit and dung and stones on other planets. You could find those here too, but something else you could also find, and is actually really quite rare, is an Elysian tech chip. The tech chips are crafting materials. They're used to craft the weapons on Next Island. Next Island weapons aren't hugely crafted because a lot of it is just really obscure. But I do know that there's a couple crafters out there that do craft Next Island weapons, and those tech chips, I'm guessing because of how uncommon that you might find them, I'm sure they're worth quite a bit of value. Like I said, they're extremely hard to find. You could find them just by walking just like this. I've walked for hours today and I haven't been able to find any. That's how uncommon they are. But if you do happen to come to Next Island, look out for them. They're very small and you can miss them. They're small like the tokens on Cyrene, which we'll be covering in a later video. But if you see anything small blue on the ground, it could be the tech chips. So just look out for that. That's it for Next Island. We're going to go ahead and move on to Toulan. Thank you. Alright guys, so we've arrived on Toulan. To get to the Narwhal Fountain, the Narwhal Fountain is actually down here. There's no TP close to it. This right where I'm at is actually a revive point. It's not even a TP, and that's right here. The closest place TP to the Narwhal Fountain is actually this location here called the Guardian Village. If you guys haven't been to the Guardian Village, I'll go ahead and copy a waypoint link and I'll post that in. That way you guys can see that. So just recently, Tillon is now you're able to use vehicles, so you don't have to go through this floor spawn right through this area here. These guys got crazy aggro, and it's so hard to make it through these guys on foot. Sadly to say, the only way to get to the Toulan Fountain I would recommend is by flying. So we're gonna go ahead and fly there. Alright guys, so we've reached the closest location that you can fly to. Where this area that I stopped at is actually the PvP zone. Any further on is going to be PvP, and vehicles aren't allowed in there. I'm going to go ahead and place the location at this location as well. That way you guys can get all your bookmarks in advance. I'll be posting those and you guys can put them in and get to this fountain. Okay guys, since we're walking down to the fountain, I wanted to give you a little bit of advice on the fountain. This is probably one of the least desirable fountains to go to in the game, and that's why it's not so popular. It's super far to get to. If you die, it takes a long time to get back. It's also kind of like Ashy in a sense that you got a couple of people that will, they will just kill you on sight. There's a guy here, a Russian player. I think he's a bot. I haven't really confirmed that yet, but he has sometimes bot-like behavior, and he kills a lot of people on sight, and You know, this might even happen right now. You know, a lot has changed since our last encounter. I've got better armor. I've got a bigger gun, so I might think about trying to, you know, take this guy on. We'll see. Uh, and also the Nawa rig, it drops anywhere from I think zero point 0.7 ped to 1 ped of Nawa, which is a crafting material. Uh, and it's super infrequent. It's one of the most infrequent rigs in the game. Where if you go to Arcadia, you have, you know, an oil barrel that drops every so minutes. You go to Ashy, if you you know, you can survive there, it drops every couple minutes. Rocktopia, oil, you know, everywhere. This rig, I've seen it where it didn't spawn for hours, and I'm talking up to 5, 10, you know, half a day where this thing wasn't recording. And I tried getting a log to see if I could kind of figure out if the rig had like downtimes, but it was so inconsistent that none of the data could be used in any real way. Okay, so I'm approaching the rig. See if there's anybody here. Okay, well that's a first. Nobody's here, to my knowledge. And what do you know? There's also no Nawa. So you kind of get an idea, you know, nobody's been here, and there's no Nawa. So that's kind of the way the rig is. You know, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Uh, but beware, there's a lot of PvP here if you try to come here. Just you know, I would definitely, if you come to Tillon for the Nawa, just come to say, you know, do it like a bucket list thing. Go, hey, I put on my bucket list. I came, I saw, I died. I maybe got a pet of Nawa, but you know, I wouldn't count on it as much as the other rigs, unfortunately. And it kind of sucks because I like the planet, I like the aesthetics, I like the way the planet looks, I like the mobs. But I will honestly say that Nawa needs a lot of work, and you know, I stay up to date with the Facebook team for Toulan, and I'm hoping, you know, that, you know, they come through with something on the next VU update, and I will be giving them all the praise. But that's pretty much it, guys, for the you know, next island / Toulan video. And this is John Sparta with Alpha Male Gaming signing out. Peace.